Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked out the window, and felt a sense of emptiness, as if something important was missing? Maybe it's been a few months or even years since you retired, and while you thought this would be the time of your life, a time to relax, enjoy, and finally do all the things you've been putting off, you find yourself feeling a little lost, a little unsure of what comes next. If this resonates with you, you're not alone. Many of us, as we transition into this new phase of life, experience a sense of uncertainty, a quiet questioning of our purpose. But here's the beautiful thing: this feeling, as uncomfortable as it may be, is an invitation to explore, to grow, and to reconnect with what truly matters. And that's where the wisdom of Buddhism can guide us. In Buddhism, we are reminded that life is a series of transitions, each one offering us an opportunity to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Retirement, like any other phase of life, is impermanent. It's not an ending, but a new beginning, a chance to rediscover who we are beyond our careers, our roles, and our responsibilities. Today we'll explore 5 Buddhist practices that can help you reignite your sense of purpose and find joy and meaning in this new chapter of your life. These practices are simple yet profound, and they can be woven into your daily routine with ease. Let's begin with the first practice: cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness is the foundation of Buddhist practice, and it's especially powerful as we age. It's about being fully present in each moment, paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. When we're mindful, we're able to see things as they truly are, rather than getting caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. For many of us, retirement can bring up feelings of nostalgia or anxiety. We might find ourselves dwelling on what we've lost, our routines, our sense of identity, our social connections, or worrying about what's to come. But mindfulness teaches us to anchor ourselves in the present moment, to appreciate the here and now. So, how can you start cultivating mindfulness in your daily life? Begin with something simple, like your morning cup of tea or coffee. Instead of drinking it while scrolling through the news or thinking about your to-do list, take a few moments to really savor it. Notice the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma of the tea, the way it feels as you take each sip. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to the present moment. This small act of mindfulness can set the tone for your entire day, helping you feel more grounded and centered. Another way to practice mindfulness is through meditation. You don't need to sit for hours or have any special equipment, just a quiet space and a few minutes of your time. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. If thoughts arise, acknowledge them without judgment and let them go, returning your attention to your breath. Even just 5 minutes of meditation each day can have a profound impact on your sense of well-being. Now let's move on to the second practice: embracing impermanence. In Buddhism, impermanence is one of the core teachings. It reminds us that everything in life is constantly changing: our bodies, our relationships, our circumstances. While this might sound unsettling at first, it's actually a source of great freedom. When we accept that nothing lasts forever, we can let go of our attachments and open ourselves to new possibilities. For many of us, retirement can feel like a loss of identity, of routine, of purpose. But when we embrace impermanence, we can see this transition as an opportunity for growth and renewal. Think of it like the changing of the seasons. Just as winter gives way to spring, bringing new life and new beginnings, retirement can be a time of rebirth. It's a chance to explore new interests, to deepen your relationships, and to contribute to the world in new ways. One way to practice embracing impermanence is to reflect on the changes you've already experienced in your life. Think about the different roles you've played: parent, spouse, friend, professional, and how each one has shaped you. Recognize that just as those roles evolved over time, so too will this new phase of your life. You might also try keeping a journal, writing down your thoughts and feelings about this transition. This can help you process your emotions and gain clarity about what you want this next chapter to look like. As we wrap up this first part, I want to leave you with a simple mindfulness exercise to try today. Find a quiet moment, perhaps in the morning or before bed, and take a few deep breaths. As you breathe in, silently say to yourself, "I am here." As you breathe out, say, "I am at peace." Repeat this for a few minutes, allowing yourself to fully inhabit the present moment. This small practice can help you feel more connected to yourself and to the world around you. In the next part, we'll explore how non-attachment and compassion can help you navigate this new phase of life with grace and ease. But for now, take a moment to reflect on what we've discussed. How can mindfulness and embracing impermanence help you find purpose and joy in your retirement? Remember, this is your journey, and each step you take is an opportunity to grow and thrive. Until next time, may you find peace and clarity in each moment. As we continue our journey together, let's take a moment to revisit the idea of non-attachment, a concept that lies at the heart of Buddhist philosophy. Non-attachment doesn't mean we stop caring about people or things. Rather, it's about releasing our grip on the outcomes, the expectations, and the identities we've clung to for so long. It's about finding freedom in letting go. For many of us, retirement can bring up feelings of loss of routine, loss of identity, even loss of purpose. But when we practice non-attachment, we begin to see that these losses are not the end of the story. They are simply the beginning of something new. Think about it this way. For decades, your life may have been defined by your work, your responsibilities, and the roles you played. But now, as you step into this new chapter, you have the opportunity to redefine yourself. You're no longer bound by the expectations of a job title or the demands of a career. Instead, you're free to explore who you are beyond those labels. This can be both liberating and a little daunting, but it's also incredibly exciting. Non-attachment allows us to approach this new phase of life with curiosity and openness, rather than fear or resistance. So, how can you start practicing non-attachment in your daily life? Begin by noticing where you might be holding on too tightly. Are you clinging to a particular identity or role? Are you resisting change because it feels uncomfortable? Take a moment to reflect on these questions without judgment. Then, try to gently release your grip. For example, if you find yourself missing the structure of your workday, consider creating a new routine that brings you joy and fulfillment. Maybe it's a morning walk, an afternoon hobby, or a weekly volunteer commitment. The key is to approach this new routine with flexibility and openness, allowing it to evolve as you do. Another way to practice non-attachment is to let go of the need for control. As we age, it's natural to want to hold on to what we know, to what feels safe and familiar. But life has a way of surprising us, and sometimes the greatest gifts come from the unexpected. Try to embrace the unknown with a sense of curiosity and wonder. When you find yourself worrying about the future, remind yourself that you don't need to have all the answers right now. Trust that, just as the seasons change, so too will your life unfold in its own time and in its own way. Now, let's turn to the fourth practice, cultivating compassion. In Buddhism, Compassion is seen as the natural response to the suffering of others, but it's also a powerful tool for our own healing. When we practice compassion, we open our hearts to ourselves and to those around us, creating a sense of connection and belonging. For many of us, retirement can bring up feelings of isolation or loneliness, especially if we've lost touch with friends or family over the years. But compassion reminds us that we are never truly alone. We are all interconnected, all part of the same web of life. One way to cultivate compassion is through a practice called metta, or loving kindness meditation. This practice involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill toward yourself and others. You might start by sitting quietly and bringing to mind someone you care about deeply. As you hold them in your thoughts, silently repeat phrases like, "May you be happy," "May you be healthy," "May you be safe," "May you live with ease." Then, gradually extend these wishes to yourself, to neutral people, and even to those you find difficult. This practice can help you cultivate a sense of warmth and connection, even in moments of loneliness or isolation. Another way to practice compassion is through acts of kindness. These don't have to be grand gestures. Small, everyday actions can have a profound impact. Maybe it's offering a smile to a stranger, lending a listening ear to a friend, or volunteering your time to a cause you care about. When we extend kindness to others, we not only uplift them but also nourish our own hearts. And in doing so, we create a ripple effect of positivity that can touch countless lives. As we move through this part of our journey, I want to leave you with a simple exercise to try. Take a moment to reflect on someone in your life who could use a little extra kindness. A friend, a family member, or even yourself. Then think of one small way you can show compassion to that person today. It could be a kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or simply holding them in your thoughts with love and care. Remember, compassion is not just something we give to others, it's also something we give to ourselves. In the final part of our discussion, we'll explore how embracing impermanence and living with gratitude can help you find joy and fulfillment in this new chapter of your life. But for now, take a moment to reflect on what we've covered. How can non-attachment and compassion help you navigate this transition with grace and ease? Remember, this is your journey, and each step you take is an opportunity to grow and thrive. Until next time, may you find peace and connection in each moment. As we come to the final part of our journey together, let's take a deep breath and reflect on how far we've come. We've explored mindfulness, impermanence, non-attachment, and compassion, each one a stepping stone on the path to rediscovering purpose and joy in this new chapter of life. Now, let's turn our attention to the fifth and final practice, embracing impermanence with gratitude. This practice is perhaps the most transformative of all, as it invites us to see the beauty in every moment, no matter how fleeting. In Buddhism, impermanence is not something to be feared or resisted, it's a natural part of life. Everything changes, the seasons, the weather, our bodies, our relationships. And while this can feel unsettling at times, it's also what makes life so precious. When we truly embrace impermanence, we begin to appreciate the present moment in all its richness. We stop taking things for granted and start noticing the small, everyday miracles that surround us. A sunrise, a kind word, a shared laugh. These are the moments that make life worth living. For many of us, retirement can bring up feelings of uncertainty about the future. We might worry about our health, our finances, or our relationships. But when we embrace impermanence, we can let go of these worries and focus on what truly matters, the here and now. One way to practice this is through gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to fear and anxiety. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, from what's wrong to what's right. And in doing so, it opens our hearts to the abundance of life. Before we say goodbye, I'd love to hear from you. How have these practices resonated with your own experiences? What steps will you take to reignite your sense of purpose and joy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your stories and insights. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to the Quiet Wisdom channel for more content like this. Together, we can create a community of support and inspiration as we navigate this beautiful journey of life. As we close, I want to leave you with a simple blessing. May you find peace in each moment, joy in each day, and purpose in each step of your journey. May you embrace the impermanence of life with an open heart and a grateful spirit, and may you live each day with mindfulness, compassion, and love. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Be well.